We're heading to Red Rock Canyon outside of Las Vegas, Nevada today. We've had some rain lately, and there's a creek up there, and we're going to check out the creek to see if there's any water in it. We're going to turn left on Rainbow. So we're in the southwest side of town, and we're going to head south on Rainbow. Now we're going to take Rainbow down to Blue Diamond Road, but before we get to Blue Diamond Road, we're going to stop in for lunch. We're going to get a quick California burrito at Ja Burrito. Ja Burrito. It's a good burrito, and it's going to make a good lunch before we get to Red Rock. So we're back on the road. Here we are at Blue Diamond. Now we're going to make a right on Blue Diamond Road. We're going to take Blue Diamond Road down to State Road 159. So this is Blue Diamond Road. They also call it 160. Now right up here, we're going to turn right on 159. And that's going to take us to Red Rock Canyon. When we get to Red Rock Canyon, we're going to go to Oak Creek. Now here's the turnoff. Remember, we're on Blue Diamond Road. We're heading to Pahrump. If you go straight on this road, it'll take you to Pahrump on 160. But we're going to make a right. Right here, we're going to make a right. Now on this particular corner right here, on my way back at the end of the trip, I had an interesting experience with a Trump supporter. A man was selling Trump flags, hats, and pins. You could call him a Trump Roadside Vendor. And we had a nice little conversation. That will be at the end of the video. Okay, as we're heading down or up 159, there's a gypsum plant on the side of the road here. This is where they make the drywall for your house. So possibly the drywall in your house is made here in Las Vegas, in the Las Vegas Valley. Well, as we're back on the main road 159, off to the left is a small little community. They call this community Blue Diamond Town. It's a real small town. Not very many people in this little community, and it's starting to get the attention of a lot of rich people. The lots are going for $250,000, and some rich people are starting to build there. So we're back on the road. This is 159, and we're heading to Oak Creek at the Red Rock Canyon. What we have here is Mormon tea. First settlers, the first Mormon settlers would brew this up for tea. It's good for asthma and sinus problems. And we're back on the road. Again, we passed the Spring Mountain Ranch State Park along the way. And we're almost there. So here we are. We are at the trail that leads down to Oak Creek. As you can see, there's a little parking area right on the side of the road there. The BLM controls it all. Now, since we've just had some rain lately, there should be some water in the creek down here. This is Oak Creek. We're heading down to Oak Creek down here. As you can see, there's a few people here already. I would guess maybe a mile down to the creek. That's the parking area over there. And as you can see down there is the creek. Maybe a half a mile to a mile hike. And we're heading down to Oak Creek at Red Rock Canyon Park. Now, as you can imagine, I don't have time to go into this in detail, but I can quickly tell you this. I can tell you what Howard Hughes knew when he came out here. He knew that Las Vegas was an island surrounded by government land. And that's why he bought into Las Vegas. Howard Hughes bought Summerlin, the Summerlin part of Las Vegas, because he knew that you were trapped in the ghetto of Las Vegas, that the government was going to control all this land for one reason, so that the people that the government work with, you know who they are, the dual citizens, can control all of Las Vegas. And the government controls all of this land, and you're forced to rent from them. A new Oak Creek trail system. Any water in the creek?
Yeah.
Tons of it.
Tons of it, huh?
Yeah.
What's your dog's name?
Lily.
Lily?
And Allie.
That's pretty dogs.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Oak Creek Canyon. 2.5 miles to Oak Creek Canyon. Got a little water in the creek, huh?
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
Here.
Oh, you're from Vegas?
Yeah.
You come up here very often?
Twice a month.
Twice a month? Well, it's a beautiful place to come to, huh?
Yeah, it really is.
Why don't we take a look at this situation with a common sense outlook? Let's look at this on an out-of-the-box view. Think about this land before the government took control of your life. Think about the first people who came here, the Native American Indians, the Mormon settlers. They could have a homestead right here. They did have a homestead right where you're looking at here. But once the government gets involved in your life, then you are nothing but a number. You're nothing but a piece of cattle. Imagine the original settlers of this land who could live here without the government intruding in your business. That was utopia then. Today, we live in a matrix where we are the slave and they are the master. They control all this land as you are forced to stay in the ghetto of Las Vegas, pay the water bill, the electric bill, the garbage bill. You pay all the bills, and if you do not pay the sewer bill, they will condemn your house and kick you out of your own castle. But don't even think about having a homestead out here on the God-given, beautiful land that God gave us. No, because this is controlled by the BLM. Must I go on? It was the Mormons who named this tree here the Joshua tree.
Joshua tree.
And while we're talking about the Mormon, it's the Bundy ranchers. The Bundy ranchers are being attacked as we speak in a federal courthouse in Las Vegas, Nevada, as we have thousands and thousands of BLM employees, government bloodsuckers who hoard this land, and they attack our ranchers in a federal court. It really is about power, isn't it? To control millions of acres of this beautiful God-given country, to control it, to keep us off of it, to persecute the ranchers in a federal courtroom. It's all about power. A lot like how they got rid of General Michael Flynn. The Washington, D.C. Beltway scum, they just want power over top of us. They want control of everything. Never forget that. It's about power. You are looking at a desert live oak. Some people call it a live scrub oak. But it is an oak tree that lives in the high desert climate.
Now if you want to know why they call this Oak Creek, that's why. But this is the oak tree in the area, as you can see from the leaves there. A live oak would mean it would keep its leaves in the wintertime. So there's the reason why the creek is called Oak Creek.
As we leave Oak Creek, we now come upon one of the BLM's checkpoint Charlies. This is where they trap you, and if you want to go in to see the Red Rocks, you have to pay $7. This is what we call small-time extortion. This is our land. This is what we call government extortion. And to get a further idea of how this fascist system works that Howard Hughes was so fond of, some people can get rich with the help of the government. You see, all the land you see for as far as the eye can see, it's all BLM, government-controlled land, government-controlled BLM land. But if you have friends in the government, yes, if you happen to know somebody, well then you can lease the land. You can rent it from the BLM, and you can pretend that we're all American ranchers, we're all American cowboys, and we can come out and ride the horses.
Hey, pretty guy. Hey, pretty guy. You hungry, huh? You hungry? How you doing?
How are
You have the horseback riding up at the top of the hill?
you? Yeah,
That's a mule, isn't it?
Yep.
They're the ones that are sterile, right?
yeah,
The mules are sterile. And of course, you can ride them.
yeah. They're great to ride.
They're easier to ride than a horse?
Yeah, they're like riding in a Cadillac. They have their gait is much smoother.
Is that right?
Yeah.
A lot smoother.
They're much more sure-footed.
So these are when you go down to the bottom of the Grand Canyon, they take these down there, don't they?
Yeah.
Who owns that stable?
It's a concession. The owner's Jim Sage, Cowboy Trail Rides.
And they lease it from the BLM, I guess.
Yeah.
This is BLM property.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
So on my way back from visiting our land, which is controlled by the BLM and has a million different rules on it, which we're not allowed to camp on, and we're not allowed to do this, and we're not allowed to do that. Well, anyhow, on my way back, I met a Trump supporter, a roadside vendor.
You're selling flags, right?
Yeah, I sell the flags also. Yes, sir.
Trump
I sell Trump souvenirs, shirts and buttons, bumper stickers, and I also sell some Army, Navy flags.
Oh, that's cool. What's your name?
Tino.
Tino.
Yes, sir.
That's cool. Where are you from?
Originally Sarasota, Florida.
Oh, you live out here now, right?
30 years.
You live in Vegas?
Yeah, I live in Vegas.
How's business with Trump stuff? Trump,
Well, I've been on the road. I've been on the road 8 months.
Have you?
Touring. It's been going very well.
you've been all over the country, huh?
Everywhere. I just got back home 3 weeks ago.
Oh, what?
Florida. I was in Florida for like 2.5 months when he was doing all his rallies out there.
So you hit a lot of major cities like Dallas?
I've hit all the major cities, wherever he was at and stuff like that. And of course the small rural towns also.
Oh, okay. So
An amazing journey.
and everywhere
Met some great people.
everywhere you went, you met good.
Everywhere I went, it's been very positive, and that's why I knew he was going to win by a landslide.
You and me both.
Because of the travels I did all over the country, and the feedback I got. Of course, you get once in a while to get somebody complaining or, harassing you a little bit or yelling something out the window, but all in all, 90% is all positive, be positive. So
isn't that amazing? When people got on the street, that's where you really got the truth.
yeah, this is where you get the truth of the people of America. It's
On
when
the
you're
street.
out there traveling.
And,
Yep.
and the mainstream media didn't have a clue.
Did not have a clue, or they did have a clue, but they were hiding it.
They were lying, weren't they?
Lying, yes.
They were lying. How much you sell these flags for?
They go $20.
$20?
Yes, sir.
And the Trump flag there?
I'm all out of those.
You're all out of, you're all
I
out
have
of.
those for flats up there. That's it. I ran out of those about 2 weeks ago.
So you're all out of those ones.
I'm all out of those. Yeah.
How about the other red one? Even the.
Yeah. But both Trump flags are gone. I only have Army, Navy.
That was a hot seller, wasn't it?
It was, and also the red hats, which I'm all out of the red hats. I only got the white ones right now.
Oh, even the red hat, you couldn't keep them in. You couldn't.
Good
keep,
now, yeah. Around Christmas time, I sold out. By Christmas, yeah. So
Couldn't keep. I didn't realize.
I have some in back order right now, but I don't know when I'm getting them.
You know, I never realized that the red hat would be so hard to keep in
It is.
inventory.
Yeah, that's the one that was a hot ticket that sold quite a few of those.
How's the pins? Did the pins do pretty good?
Pins do all right, as far as they're actually probably the ones that go pretty good. Because they're the cheapest, they're only $5.
Oh, is that right?
And 3 for 10,
Well, Tino, it was nice meeting you.
What's your name?
Bravo.
Bravo, okay.
Yeah, I had to pull over to see this. This was interesting.
There you go, thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.